Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. So in today's video, we're going to try to see how we can generate shorts or reels from YouTube videos. So you know that when we create videos, it's actually very interesting to develop shorts because thanks to these shorts, we can give previews of the information we've created with, well, the YouTube videos. And as you can see here, for example, this is a short that was created 100% with AI. So what's really interesting is to actually try to create a workflow that combines the use of several APIs. And here, in our case, we used Okapi, which is called Klip in this workflow. So Klip is very well known. It actually allows you to extract shorts from YouTube videos. So it uses artificial intelligence capable of identifying the most engaging parts. And it also allows you to generate subtitles and even add music to your video. So today we're actually going to combine it with Klip. Here we were able to simply create an account with Klip, and most importantly, we combined it with Blotato. Blotato is actually a tool that is very well known today. It allows you to distribute or publish shorts on multiple social networks up to 9 different platforms. So it's a tool that's very, very powerful, very easy to use. And thanks to it, we were able to run this workflow. And this workflow will record all the information related to the new short. And most importantly, it will give me, like here, a little score to tell me the engagement rate of that video. So together, we're going to see how to download this workflow. I'll show you how to download it and then deploy it so it runs properly on your machine. Thanks. So first thing to do, we simply need to download this workflow. So I simply imported it. So there, the loading tool, it is very simple. So when I do a download here, you just need to connect to this link, which is n8n Dr. Firas VIP. There you go. I'm giving you the link. So to my URL, you just need to enter your name and email address, and you'll actually receive the JSON file, as you can see. So once you have received this file, the second step is simply to import it onto your n8n server. Now, the n8n server, if you don't have a server, it's simple. You can create one on the official n8n website, as you can see here. But the problem today with n8n servers is that, as you'll see, the price is a bit expensive. So here we're talking about $20 per month, and especially the number of workflows is limited to 5. There are very, very few active workflows you can create. The second alternative, which is the most interesting and what I recommend, is to actually use a pre-installed n8n on a hosting a server. So I'm simply going to give you a link. It's not expensive, so all you have to do is, well, select a server. I recommend the second server because it has 2 processors, which is very interesting. You can even add a discount coupon here, like this. Just enter Dr. Firas, as you can see here, then click on Apply. So what will happen is you'll get another discount to get a server at a low price. Once you've done that, once you're connected, just click here on Connect, and I'll show you right away the steps to fully install an n8n server and import our workflow. Let's get started. So the first thing to do is actually to select the location of your server. This isn't very important, but for me, I choose France since it's the closest server to me. So I click on Continue. Next, you just need to search for n8n. So either you type n8n or you go into the application section here and you'll find n8n. Be careful. Sometimes when you search for n8n, it might show you different versions. So there's n8n and there's n8nq mode. Just pick the most popular one, which is this one here, the simplest one, where you'll find the basic installations. And th, then you simply click on Select. Select will simply take you to this mode. Here, it actually offers you a small piece of software that will help you. Basically, it's an antivirus that will block unknown external connections. You can take it, it's free. So I click on Next. And now it will simply ask me to create a password in order to access n8n on the VPS server. And here, you simply go here, that's it. So you click here, it will suggest a default password for you, or you can create your own password. And here, this is actually the name of your server, so you can just copy and paste it. In any case, you can retrieve it later, but you should simply copy and paste this URL and your password somewhere safe. And there you go, it's done. You just need to click here on Finish, and what it will do is start the installation and, if you will, the creation of your server. Generally, it will take a maximum of 5 minutes to get direct access to your server, which is a pre-configured n8n server. You won't have to type any lines of code. You'll have direct access to your dashboard to, create your first workflow. And now it's done. So it shows me the message that the installation was successfully completed. And now I can simply access and manage, our dashboard, our server. So in this interface, you have the option to change the language here. You can set it to the language you prefer. And you can see that my server is up and running, which means I have an online server that will stay running for 2 years. So it won't shut down. So every time I create a workflow, it will be active and operational online. And to actually manage this server and simply access your n8n, you'll find here a small option called Manage the Application. You'll see that when I click here, it will take me to my n8n interface. So for the final step, I just need to enter my email address, my last name, my first name, and a password here. So this interface here is an interface that will secure my access to n8n. The other access we had earlier was access to our server, but this one in fact is access to n8n. So here I just invite you to fill in this information and of course keep it in a safe place. And there you go, we're almost done. Last step, it asks me, do you want to receive a key or a license to activate your free lifetime license for your workflow? Well, of course, I'm going to click here to actually receive a code. It's a key, in fact, that will unlock the workflow for life and for free. All right, I've actually received the key via the internet in my email inbox. What am I going to do? I'm simply going to go here, actually, into my configuration area. And you'll see here, in settings, you have the option to add your key. So here, look, there's this option here that lets you add this key. You just need to click. And now I'm going to copy and paste my key. And there you go, my key is now active. So you'll see that here, I now have an unlimited number of uses for my workflow. And that's it. So now my n8n server is ready to be installed. If I come back here to my dashboard, I simply have the option to easily start a new workflow by clicking here. All right, let's go ahead and import our workflow. So now we'll click here and in this workflow, we'll go to import from a file. So you just need to select this option. And now here, you simply select this file. And there you go, the workflow has just been uploaded. So for this workflow, of course, there are a few configurations to set up, mainly with Google Sheets and a few APIs. I'll actually show you how to install these APIs so that the workflow is fully operational. Here is the configuration for this workflow. Of course, we'll need a trigger. The trigger here is simply Telegram. In Telegram, you actually send the YouTube link that you want the system to work on. It will analyze it and simply schedule it on my calendar. So in this system, the tool that interests us the most is actually the one that calls on Klap, the Klap application. With this application, you'll see the power of this tool. If I click here, I can simply create a free account by connecting with Gmail. Its strength lies in its ability to automatically detect the key moments in your video, 100% automatically. And it's this tool, in fact, that can generate a video that, for example, presents a 1-minute summary by selecting the most interesting information. So with this tool, of course, there's excellent documentation available online. The API side is also very well designed. So it provides you with all the parameters to use if you want to work with n8n. But what's really interesting to me, look here, when I actually add, say, a short, it's able to process it. And all the questions and data exchanges with this tool were handled directly within our workflow. So as a result, what was I able to do here? I was simply able to retrieve my existing API here. Now, the pricing, the cost of this API is very important to know. So for it to analyze your video, regardless of the length of the video today, what they call a video input operation. So when you send your video and the system analyzes it, it will cost $0.44 regardless of the video's length. So it would be very interesting to send one video and then create several shorts from it, because as you'll see, creating shorts costs $0.3 each. And there's also the export of the short. So the exports are generally stored afterwards, as you'll see on Google Drive. That's why they charge for the upload operation. So if I do a quick calculation, if I, for example, send a video and say, listen, make 2 shorts for me. So you should expect to pay about $1 to $1.50. $1.50, that's the price for creating 2 shorts. And of course, if you add what we call the short generation, it won't simply be doubled. That means if I want to make 4 shorts, we're not talking about $3, it's much less, because after that he'll only charge about $0.32 per short created. And this system is based on the tool Klip, which is a very powerful tool, and thanks to it I can easily create and receive a final link from my tool, which is the short. So as a second step, this is where we'll schedule the publication of these shorts, because if we just create the shorts, it wouldn't be very interesting to publish them instantly. It would be better to space them out, actually, to publish one every 24 hours, or maybe do 2 posts in a single day. So this is the part where we'll work on the scheduling. And all of this actually depends on the number and, the shorts you want to create. Because it's not the same if you create 2 or if you create 5. And thanks to that number, the system will be able to know how to send out these shorts over a period that you will define. You can tell it, I want to publish over an entire week or over 3 days or just in a single day. So as a result, it will distribute this scheduling proportionately. And finally, of course, we have the publishing part, and thanks to that, we actually call on Blotato. So thanks to Blotato, as you can see here, I can create what we call my schedule, and with this schedule, all the shorts will be distributed. And don't forget that Blotato allows us to connect to almost 9 social networks. And what's really, really interesting is that this is the strength of this tool. That's why I recommend you create an account on Blotato and actually use it. So Blotato gives you, don't forget, a free version, which is really, really useful for getting started, for making connections with the different networks. And then, of course, there's a paid API that you can simply use to handle and send all your data to the various networks. So don't forget that the pricing is actually very attractive, because today Blotato is not just a tool for distributing content, it can also schedule posts, manage your calendar, and it has a whole library of different videos that you can use. So honestly, using Blotato is very appealing. You only need a single subscription, and most importantly, the number of posts is unlimited, which is really, really important. Unlimited publishing, and as a result, this allows you to move quickly and to achieve a very efficient and effective workflow. So now the workflow is ready to be deployed. Of course, you can adjust it, and you can certainly modify some information and data so that it's much better suited to your business. If you've stayed with me this far, it means you really love automation, which is why I wanted to present you with a very interesting gift you won't want to miss. So today, actually for each of my courses, I create a complete set of documentation and above all, systems that teach you how to build automation from A to Z. This is for people who want to become experts at setting up automation, not just importing workflows. So head over to my website, that's Dr. Thierry Ferras, VIP, and there you'll actually find the bundle of all my automation courses. This will allow you to learn how to create workflows as well as access the documentation. So in this system, I invite you to thoughtfully enter this special code, YT20. It's a unique code specifically for my YouTube community. It generously gives you a discount and full access to all my workflows, along with the comprehensive courses and videos that guide you step by step to becoming an automation expert. All you have to do is simply click here on continue to get direct access to my training platform. So here is access to the training interface. This is a platform that contains all my courses in digital marketing, automation, and low code. You just need to find the course that interests you. For example, if I want to take one of the courses, all I have to do is simply click. Once you click, you will get access to the course materials, the Notion documentation as you can see here, and most importantly, you will find all the videos that show you step by step how to create the workflow. That means here, I really focus on showing you exactly how I fix errors, bugs, and technical issues so that you can simply become an expert in automation. So these are courses for beginners who want to build a career in automation. So I want to thank you very much, and I'll see you right away in the next interface.